Hey, Captain Robertson with Big Water Fishing. You know, you hopefully have seen our videos, shenanigans, podcasts, whatever it may be. Well, here's what we're doing now if you haven't seen. A project boat. Why would I buy a 20-year-old boat? I have no idea. But we really wanted to have a little tiller boat. They're kind of a cult-like following. They didn't make them that long. The Ranger 618. We took this just absolutely destroyed, tore up, hit, whatever you want to call it, smashed up boat, and we rebuilt this thing from top to bottom. So in the back of the 618 tiller, we had a piece of starboard here, which really wasn't meant to be accessible. You know, it was screwed in. And simply put, what we're going to do is we're going to remove that. And we've got our battery access on both sides. We put switches and everything, so we want to be able to readily assess that. And so we got a TH Marine little rear hatch panel, just like I have on the back splash wall of my big 622 Ranger. And we're going to make that so that flush fits right in here, but so we can access these things for the charger, the batteries, maintenance, whatever it may be, easily, but yet watertight and waterproof. So a couple little steps we're going to show you here in order to make that happen seamlessly. So with the hatches, we found it really important to make a template before we cut it out. Basically, you know, they always say you want to measure 3 times and drill or cut once, and that is definitely the case when you're dealing with a fiberglass boat like this. The next thing that we wanted to do is drill holes in the corner of where we had marked out, and that way we can make a nice straight cut with the jigsaw there, and we don't have to worry about kind of rounding things off or getting that blade caught in the corner. And then to make the long runs, we also used an oscillating tool in addition to a jigsaw. That was really nice, and we ran the vacuum, which I would highly recommend because that fiberglass dust just gets everywhere and you can't get it out of anything. So run that vacuum with a buddy there while you're actually doing the cutting as well. The next thing that we wanted to do there is just basically pre-drill the holes and lay it out and make sure everything was going to perfectly fit in there. We checked the fit. And then we're going to lay down a bead of silicone before we finally put the screws in to secure the hatch, and then we'd be complete. So we got the cutout the exact size that we need using that template, and just taking a little bit of extra time. And then we pre-drilled these holes for a number 10 screw. And then we also put a little chamfer on there so that that glass isn't going to crack when it secures down. So we've dry fitted this thing several times and made sure that everything's going to fit just right. And then so the next step is we're going to put a bead of silicone all the way around here, actually on the lid, and then put this down in and then secure it with the screws. So a lot of people, you know, ask, why do you put hatches in the back? What is the reasoning? Well, when this boat was around, it wasn't really designed for nearly the amount of batteries that we put in it, and you don't have great access. Later on in subsequent models, Ranger actually did make a compartment back there that you could get at, so you can see that stuff directly over the top, whether it's removing batteries, dealing with an issue, or tightening them up, or whatever it may be. And so instead of having that piece of starboard that had screws down in it, we could access that very easily. Rather, like I said, getting batteries in or out, just about any reason. And then obviously, as you see in later videos there, we've done other things with access for switches and such in there. So access is never a bad thing in a boat, and these hatches just made it a whole lot better, the TH Marine hatches.